Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're back in the world of Stoneblock 4. So, as we left off last episode, we were building a particle accelerator. I've also have 11 minutes of time in my temporal pouch, because if you take a look at our chickens, we have 35 chaos fragments, which is like 10% of the way to how many we need. So I think part of the problem is the laser is only targeting the lowest health chicken, because if I come over here and I try to, yeah, see, a couple of chickens are at like 0 health. Let me do it again. There we go. If a chicken goes to 1 health or whatever it is, it's not a valid target for the laser and it stops working. So I'm not really sure how to fix that really. Like, each ender chicken gives me a couple of shards, but I just have to keep ending up coming back in here to check it just to make sure it's working, which is really annoying. I don't know, every other part of Stoneblock felt pretty seamless, but this one is honestly like really annoying. There must be a way to like have it heal. In fact, while we're here, I'm gonna check how people set it up to do the wither, because I'm assuming the wither heals. And there must be some way they do it, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so the only tip I got out of the first video I saw was if you just add more laser drills, the fluid laser base goes faster. So that's all I did, but it seems like with the wither doesn't take damage, which is why the ether gas can just be obtained infinitely. But this one cannot, so I think the only way to increase your yield like really fast is to have multiple fluid laser base setups and then just have them all connected to the same casting table. Right now we're at 39. We needed to get small and then the large chaos fragments. Draconic reactor core. Interesting. Alright, we needed the large, which takes 9 of the small, which takes 9 of the chaos. So we're still quite a ways away from our chaos chicken, but once we get the chaos chicken, that should make getting the shards a lot easier because we can produce like a stack of them at a time. Although since I used all my temporal time already, that's probably going to take a while to get the chicken all the way there. But regardless, we should be fine. So anyways, let me leave this place and let's continue with the particle accelerator. So the first one we're going to do is the accelerator setup. When particles of different items collide, they can create new items. The particle starts from the particle accelerator block, where you can insert any item to be used as a particle. A straight guide ring needs to be placed right behind the controller, facing to the side with visuals aligning correctly. Once inserted, the particle travels along a route defined by the guide rings. They can be right-clicked to add a 45-degree turn on one side. Another guide ring needs to be in the particle's path as defined by the guide rings. Depending on the speed, the allowed distance between the guide rings increases. This means that at higher speeds, the distance between guide rings can be larger. Now, I'm not sure how large of a thing we're going to need. Plutonium dust comes from colliding uranium and fluxite with a minimum collision energy of 2,500 joules. And is that the only way to get plutonium dust? Seems like it is. There's no other way. Uranite crystal. What's uranite? Uranite. Crystal block. Emerald. Nitrospirited. Niotic. Budding time. Yeah, I don't see a uranite block. So, to get plutonium, we need uranium dust, which we should have. I think, yeah, we have access to raw uranium, so we can make that into dust. And our fluxite. Both of that we should have. So if I type fluxite, we should have a good amount. Fluxite, yeah, we have 7,000. Uranium, yep, we got a good amount. And we have molten uranium as well. And for this, we need a minimum speed of, how much was it? 2,500 joules. So how do I figure out what size do we need? General Tech, Oritech, Accelerator Designs. Particle accelerators can be built in various ways, depending on their goals. A straight line of linear motors can shoot particles at something, but higher speeds are efficiently reached with a circular design. Very large rings might be needed to reach certain elements. Slow particles require guide rings to be close together, so starting in a small ring and then using redstone to move to a larger ring often makes sense. Multiple ring stages might be necessary for some cases. When a redstone signal is applied to a non-straight guide ring, it becomes a switch block. When powered on, it leads the particles straight. When powered off, it guides them into the original curved direction. A particle can also enter from the other direction, visualized by the smaller red glass tube, following the path of the white tube and entering from both red and white tubes. At higher speeds, the particles can't take tight turns. If the last full 90-degree turn is too close, it exits the guided path and shoots out into the world. If the distance between the guide rings is too big, or no next guide ring is found, it will also shoot out. A particle's speed can be measured with a particle accelerator sensor. A comparator can then provide a redstone signal based on the particle speed. The following shows the required speed for each level. Okay. Ah, the wiki. Perfect. Don't you love when you have to go into the wiki to figure out how to do something? Let's see here. Particle accelerator. So you guys aren't going to see any of this, so I'm just going to cut it out real quick so you don't feel like you're watching just this screen. Okay, so I think I understand. So the minimum collision energy is 2,500 joules. The collision energy is the sum of the speed of our two particles here. So these need to be moving at least 1,250 meters per second for it to collide and make plutonium. Now the question is, how do I get it going that fast? I have no idea. Let me keep reading. Okay, so I think I know how to build this thing. So we're gonna need a lot of space. Goodbye. Questing RAM. Let's see, actually, would we have enough space up here to build it? Not necessarily. So we're going to build it in the chicken room because we already have access to power and our AE system in the chicken room. And that's not good. This is going to crash my game. Uh-oh. And the game is crashing. Yeah, for some reason, if you try to look into the compact machine, it just crashes the game. I'm not really sure why, but I guess I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back. The game is no longer broken. Let's go into our compact machine. So luckily this will give us a lot of space to build. So we're going to need a floor. We're going to be very lazy and build it out of cobblestone. Oh, you know what would be useful to build this? A wand. Wand. Diamond stick. And let's build a little platform. We'll just come over here. We need to go above the chicken layer. Yep, that's good enough. Now, let's see. How do I use the stick again? Restrictions none, target replacement. Let's see. Like that, perfect. So if I come over here, we should be able to do an outline of cobblestone. Like so, and then using the stick. Oh, that's, yeah, I did not want that behavior. Come out over here. Build this over here. And we could just use the diamond stick to build the rest. Makes it really easy. So you just come over here, click that. Come to this side, click this, click that one. Click there. And is it working right? Yes. Okay, so now we just need a bunch of cobblestone. Because we need to build a platform that essentially encompasses this entire room. And it's copying the stairs. Let me break these. I don't want to copy these. Okay, that's good enough. So now it should stop copying it. We're at a cobblestone. I'm also gonna need some light in here too. It's pretty dark. There we go. Huh, I've never actually seen mobs spawn in here. That's actually really funny to me. Glowstone. Excuse me. Yeah, you guys should not be spawning in here. It's funny, I've never actually seen things spawn in a compact machine. I guess the light comes from the bottom, which is why there's no light here. Okay, put some light sources to stop the monsters. For a moment, I thought mobs couldn't spawn in here, but I guess if you make a dark room, then they will spawn. Then where does the light come from in a compact machine room? Let's see, add some more light over here. Add some more over here. Oh, where did you come from? There, and then a couple more over here. And we're also full of bats, so that's cool. Well, I hope they like science. Okay, that should fix the spawns. And I think we're all set. So to construct this, we have to build a ring from guide rings and motors. So Oratech guide ring, particle accelerator guide ring. We'll take a lot of superconductors, redstone torches, and industrial glass. Do I have the recipe for industrial glass? No, luckily it's pretty easy. So let's grab some of this. Some torches to make the guide rings. Quest completed, accelerator design. We might need a sensor or two, actually. And let's see, particle acceleration linear motor. We'll need a couple of these. Let's see, how fast does the single motor get? Energy capacity 5 million RF. Place speed or efficiency add-ons underneath to enhance performance. Okay, so we need to figure out how fast we can accelerate a particle. So where do we place the accelerator itself? Injects particles into the particle accelerator guide rings. So this is a guide ring. So if we come over here and we place this guy like here, then we can put this here. Okay, then we'll need the linear accelerator. I'm going to save these. We don't need these right now. Guide ring and motor. Yeah, linear motor. So we'll need a linear motor as well. Oh, this is going to take a lot of ion thrusters, now that I realize. Luckily, they only take 2 reinforced carbon sheets, so it's not too bad. But I'm probably going to have to go back to the base and then craft the rest. Let's see, there's light under here, right? Oh, they're so cute. The chickens have some company. Electrum ingot, ion thruster. Yes, okay. Like so. I'm going off of the picture I'm seeing on the wiki. So, you insert the item in here. No valid gate found. Gate needs to be pointed to the other side. Where'd the item go? There's also no power in here, so I don't know what that was doing. So, oh, and that turns it. Okay, so when you place the accelerated guide ring, it goes forward, right, or left. And if you turn around, yeah, it only goes one way, so you have to place it on go. So you drop the item in here, and then it shoots it this way, the accelerator gives it more speed. How much speed? No idea. We can place speed or efficiency add-ons to enhance the performance, but now we essentially have to build a ring to make it work. So, in order to make plutonium dust, we need a minimum collision energy of 2500 joules. Now there's two ways to do this. If you have two particles, both moving at 1250 joules, when they collide, the resulting energy released is going to be 2500 joules. Or you can speed up one particle to 2500 joules and have it slam into a non-moving particle. So we're also going to need the speed sensor. Do I already have a speed sensor? I don't remember if we had to craft one. Speed sensor. That's, wait, is it this? Particle accel... This is not the same thing, right? Questbook, Oritech, setup, reactor design. Particle accelerator sensor, that's what we want. Sensor, so we're going to need an observer. And then another guide ring. Now combine this with that to make the sensor. And we'll put the sensor like right here. I think that's how it works. Is it facing the right way? I think it is. Or actually, is that to face the other way? Not sure. Let me see how the redstone connects. Redstone. I've never built one of these before. In Ocean Block, they make you get the components, but I'm not actually sure if you build it. Okay, I think it's on this side. Because looking at the picture, it shows this, but it doesn't connect. Let's see. When a redstone signal is applied to a non-straight guide ring, it becomes a switch block. A particle speed is measured with the particle accelerator sensor. A comparator can then be provided a signal based on the power's speed. Okay, so I need a comparator. Like so. I think like this, and then the sensor speed 0, 10. So now if I do this, and what's the max? The max is 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So depending on the power that comes out of here will tell us how fast the particle is moving. So to get it up to speed, we're also going to have to connect this to power. So let's grab some more cabling. Capacity. They never actually say how much power they do, but I think we should be fine if we just use the basic ones, because these hold a really big amount of charge. So let's craft 100 of these. And find the power. So I need the power to go underneath it. Right there. Grab our cables. And power is coming out over here. And through here. Right there. So we're going to connect this cable over here. Like that. So now it should start getting charge. Done. Oh, I thought it was 5 million. It is not 5 million. Okay, so now if we get a second particle accelerator here, craft all of this, craft that, and then we're gonna need, I'm going off the picture. So in the picture they show 5. I'm not sure how fast you can get with 5 of these. Actually, if If I want to make the efficiency better, I should probably put power in from the side here. That way I can put the modules on the bottom, like that. Okay, craft you here, power. And now we need the guide rings. So let's craft a bunch of these. I'm going to have to go into the overworld and set up the autocraft because we're going to need quite a lot of these. You don't need too many. You're essentially... Whoa, why did it lag so much? You're essentially making a circle. So to make it turn, each side realistically only needs like 2. So we come in here, guide ring, like so, and the industrial glass. And do I know how to make these? We do not. So let's make the iron and put these in the shapeless. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if we come back up here, we should be able to get everything. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 9 of these guide rings. Guide ring. Copper reinforced plating. Okay, I could just add some of those. Copper reinforced plating. There we go. Particle accelerator ring, particle accelerator guide. 9 of these, craft. Okay, luckily they do craft pretty fast. The only long part is the superconductors, but those go pretty quickly now too. So we'll wait for that real quick. And we should just be about done. Only took like 30 seconds to craft everything. Okay, there we go. 9 particle accelerator guide rings. Now looking at the picture, then they put one here, move that, facing right. So now if we grab this guy, you put him on this corner, like so? Or is it like this? So it's connected. Like this? Yeah, I think it's like that. So see, they're connected together. Then in their picture, they had more particle accelerators on this side. We're not going to put those yet. So we're going to put space for them. 1, 2, 3. So you go here, facing the other direction. That way. You go here, facing this way. Then that comes over here. This has to hit this one. Like that, which means this has to go here, like so, which means this one has to come over here, facing that way, and this one like that, facing this way. So now, if I put in this, it was too fast, I couldn't see. Particle exited, speed 1 meter per second, no gate in range. Let me try again. Okay, we got a power of 1. So a power of 1 means it was only going not actually sure. Let me try again. Yeah, it's power 1, which means it was not going that fast. We didn't even break 10 meters a second. And we need at least 2,500. So we need this to go a lot faster. So let's add 3 of these guys and see if that works. So let's add... Does have to... Wait, is this ring an oval? That might be the issue. Let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that might be throwing it off. If it's not a perfect circle, what ends up happening is they shoot out like outside of the frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's in the way. Or I could just make it a 6 wide circle. So let me just move this over here. Oh, that's not right. Yep, like this. Go here. You have to accept this one that way. Now I move these two over. You go right here, and you come right here. Okay, so now if I throw an item in here, particle exited, coordinates, I don't know what that means, range 2.0, but it looks like we're still only getting a little bit of speed. So according to the diagram, we're going to add 3 more particle accelerator linear motors. So let's add these. And 3. So the only thing I'm editing out is waiting for these to craft, because they do take a little bit of time. So now we need to put 3 power supplies down here. 1, 2, 3. Run the power underneath. Oh, I forgot. No, the power's going to the side. Whoops. Like so. So we can actually replace the flooring here. 1, 2, 3. So now if we launch it, this should give us a higher speed output. So let's grab some more cobblestone. And if we put 1 in here, what speed do we get? I didn't even see a speed that time. Is this going in the right way? Oh, I think I see the problem. You're not going in the right way. Okay, so let me break this guy. Like this. Okay, now it's going the right way. It came over here and got lost. So we're gonna have to add another guide ring over here. Over yonder. Oh, I had one in my inventory. Okay, so if we add this guy here, it gets lost about here, so place this guy. So now we should be able to get a higher speed compared to before. So put this in here. It's getting stuck. Oh, maybe I need to move this guy closer to that. Now if I put you go in here. Okay, let's try 2 over here. Which means we might need 1 over here. So you can see this takes a lot of trial and error. So if we place this here, and now put the cobblestone in, and check the power. Okay, we're going to need another one over here, which is going to take some superconductors, which it looks like it's almost finished. Yeah, it's still making the superconductors. That part's pretty slow. There we go. Gonna tell it to make 10 of these. Put you right here. Okay, so now if we put in the cobblestone, we got a speed of 2. And that was messed up, so it actually could have went faster. So let's try again. In 1 loop, it went to 2 power. Five, 6, and it got lost. So it got too fast at 6. But at 6 power, that is 150 meters per second. Now the problem there is, at 150 meters per second, it couldn't make this turn. It was too fast. Which means we have to expand this ring to be wider. Luckily, we can just move stuff around, and that should make it work just the same. So we're going to expand it out this way. So if we just move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we just need to move this guy. Let's go 10 wide. So if this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right here, move all of these. Now the issue here is that as you expand it wider, you're going to need a lot more of the guide rings to keep it from getting lost. So we'll have to put one here, and then I expand it out to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this should be 10, so we need to face it this way, to the right, that way, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you go here, that way, this way, and then just connect these. We'll do 2 like that. Now we can collect the ones in the middle. And then put these here. And now, actually one more there. Okay. Now this should function. Okay, it got lost here. So if we put you there and put this off. Okay, it's going faster. 31, 41, 51, 61, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20. Come on, keep going. 681 meters per second. Which was about over here. So, as you could see, we're getting up to higher and higher speeds. 681 meters per second, which is about here at in between 8 and 9 power. So we're almost to the amount we need, which is just above 10. Although in this case, we're going to have to get it up to 2500. Which means we're going to need some more particle accelerator guide rings. So let's craft another 10. And let's get cruising. So we're going to have to space these out. It seems like this is currently a 10 by 10, and it got us to, let me see. I love hearing it go. You can see the minimum curve distance. So let me see here. Max gate distance, 2.3. I need to see the distance. Curve distance is at 4 and rising, 5 and rising, 6 and rising, 7 rising, 8 rising, 9 rising, 10 rising. Okay. So the minimum curve distance at 681 was 10. So if we double it to 20, that should work. Now, something you have to keep in mind is the top one here, the max gate distance. You can see at the lowest speed, the max distance between these guide rings is 2 blocks, which is why I need so many of the particle accelerator rings. It's so cool to look at. And it sends it that way. So let's expand this out. The max distance is 2, so we're going to double this to 20. So this is 1, and then this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're going to put you here, you right here, and then we have to have 2 of these in the way. Otherwise, it will fail. Now, there is a way to get around this. Actually, let me make this more efficient. Like that. Is that using the redstone signal that gets off, you can have a small ring shoot into a bigger ring. I'm too lazy to set that up though, so I'm just going to add more guide rings. Okay, so take all of these, replace this one, replace that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, that is not 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that right? I don't think I counted it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Huh, I guess I did. You go here, then you face this way, and then we're going to have to set up all of these until it meets this side over here, which is right here by the looks of it. Right there, and you go here. So we're going to need a couple more. Let's grab another 10. Some more copper reinforced plating. Copper reinforced. That's only steel. Should be fine if I keep making these. There we go. And make guide ring. Make another 10. And I'll wait for this to finish, and then we'll finish the ring. Alright, the next 10 are done. So let me slap these guys on the ground over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now theoretically this should work. In theory. Put in one piece of cobblestone and watch it go. Let's see, it is still accelerating. So now that it's a lot wider, it should start to pick up speed. Now remember, we want 2,500 meters per second. Wait, that's how much we wanted, right? I'm not sure. Let's just see the max. Okay, it's starting to accelerate faster now. 200 meters a second. The minimum curve distance is rising. Once we pass 10, we've broken the record. Okay, we've broken 10, broken 11, broken 12, 13, 14, 15. Once it hits 20, it's going to fail. And at 20, we hit 2,600 meters a second. And that's the speed we need to create our plutonium. So I need uranium dust and fluxite. Uranium dust. We don't have any dust. Let me head out over here. Quickly make some uranium dust. I'll just throw a bunch in the grinder. I think it's just the chunks, right? Crusher. Ouch. How do I make uranium dust? Let's see. Uranium dust is crush the ingots. Okay, so we gotta smelt these guys first. Oh, okay, that was fast. And now crush these guys. Can this be a factory? Okay, now if we grab some fluxite. This should work. Although, how do I get this stuff out of the particle accelerator? It's a good question. Okay, so the way this is going to work. Oh, did that... I think I know why that's there. Let me see. I think it went so fast, it busted out of here and then broke the cable. Let's see. So you can see the max gate distance increases as the speed increases. So you can have a small one that's a size 10, because once you reach size 10, the max gate distance goes up to like, yeah, much higher. Let's see, I want to see if this breaks. Because I think that's what happened. Cobblestone. Cobblestone is here. Broke 10. Okay, now it's going to accelerate faster all the way up to 2600 meters per second. The max gate distance stays at 10. And, yep, breaks it. Well, that's funny. That's also a pretty big hazard. So, to make our plutonium, we needed a minimum collision density of 2500 joules. We hit 2600. So, if we throw in, oh, not like that. Throw in our uranium. This is going to accelerate slowly, and then once it hits 2500 meters per second, we drop the fluxite in, and it's going to collide and produce our plutonium. At least in theory. That's what should happen. I mean, I say in theory, but realistically that is what's going to happen. I love hearing the sound of it. Okay, 200, 241, 270. We're going to get to 2600 pretty fast. Okay, and then once we hit 25, I have to drop the fluxite. And it didn't work. I need to get it to collide somehow. Because, oh, did not mean to do that. Let me grab the uranium. Uranium. Let's see, because if you do this, and I do this, yeah, you can't do that. So how do I get these to collide? Because we've reached the speed we needed. To create new items, you'll need to collide items from two separate controllers. So I need a separate particle accelerator. So we need to craft all of this. We need another dropper. We're also going to need more duradium. So I'm going to let that go and then fix it. And then this should put out the max power, right? $11. So once it reaches 11 power, I know, wait a minute. I'm not sure how to do it. Anyways, let's leave this place because I need to make some more duradium. So we can craft our second guy. Duradium comes from our alloyer. Why would I want to use that? Platinum and netherite. Platinum. Netherite. Gold. Okay, let's make another stack of duradium, 2 stacks. Foundry, that goes in here. Yeah, this one could go faster. How are we doing on power? Pretty good. I think our one gas burning generator is now supplying everything pretty well. And this literally is never going to run out of oil. So that's really good. This, of course, okay, we got some more of that. We could slap some upgrades on here. Anyways, okay, so we needed a second one of these. We need another particle accelerator, this guy, so let me craft that. And then I think that's all we need. So the way this is going to work is we're going to have to redesign the particle accelerator just a little bit. Come over here. Because as you know, the sensor, once we pass 2500, hits the 11 power signal. So I need this guy to be right here on this side, over here. See, this goes here, like that. That goes there. Which one was it? It was 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is going to be right here. And what we're going to do... Why aren't you crafting? Oh, because this guy needs to craft that. Actually, I think he's still crafting it. Yeah, he's still crafting it. Oh, because it's trying to make energite and it can't because I put in the duradium. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is we're going to put the particle accelerator right here. Or where are we going to put it? There was a way to do this that they described here. Not the accelerator. Yeah, here we go. Very large ring, need this. Let's see. When a redstone signal is applied to a non-straight guide ring, it becomes a switch block. When powered on, it leads particles straight. When powered off, it guides them into the original curved direction. Original curved direction. Huh. I'm not actually sure how to do this. I think I might just do it manually. Because the way you're supposed to design it is once it reaches enough speed, you use redstone to have one of these guys flip the switch and then push it, because you could take it like this guy, not like that. Oh, they're facing the wrong way, that's why. Not actually sure. Anyways, so let me go back to the overworld. I'm sure if I played around with Oritech more, I could figure out a more optimal design. But this one seems to work just well enough. Yep, there we go. Energite. Platinum, nickel, netherite. Because obviously a more efficient design is using the smaller circle to get it up to speed and then pushing it into a larger circle. Whereas like this, we're just using one big circle. I wonder how they do it in real life. Do they use a smaller circle in real life? Because I know they always, whenever I hear about a new particle accelerator, it's always about how they're building a bigger one because you can get it up to faster speeds. But do they use a smaller one to get it up to faster speeds in the first place? I'm not actually sure. Okay, so now, oh, this is still crafting. Man, alloying is so slow. I need to upgrade that. See, that's what's funny. When you have infinite resources, there's really nothing stopping you from upgrading the machines to be faster. I'm just lazy and I haven't done it yet. Energite ingots. It should not be taking this long, though. Oh, because I broke it. Whoops. I had nickel in my inventory because I stole it from the machine. Yeah, that's why it's not working. Yeah, see, it's trying to do it's waiting for a craft that it can't finish. There we go. There we go. Now the question is, control injects particles, yeah, into the ring. 2 ion thrusters. So now we can make the linear accelerator. Craft this. Come over here. Oh, I have an idea. I know how we can do it. Craft this guy. Then use a dropper. So if you put this guy right here and put you here, put a dropper facing the other way, facing the other way. I hate this thing. Put you here, you there, this here, this there. If you put in the fluxite like that, and I use a torch, it puts it inside. See? I need to break this because I don't actually want it to go. So that's going to come out over here and it's going to fail. Yep. So if we put the uranium in here, once it goes up to speed, it's going to send the signal to the dropper. The dropper will put it in the particle accelerator and they'll collide. So now if we try this, I put the uranium, yep, goes in here. So now this should work. So it's going to get up to speed, and then once it gets up to speed, it's going to power the dropper, which will put uranium dust into the loop, and then they'll collide with enough force to create plutonium. Okay, I'm getting dizzy. We just gotta wait for it to happen. The power is getting closer. It's getting closer. And it worked. Plutonium dust. Collision power 2602 joules. Task completed. Now we just need to produce enough to make a small plutonium pellet, which comes from, wait, what? Small plutonium pellet is made from a plutonium pellet, which is made from 2 plutonium dust, plastic, adamant, duradium, or nickel. If we use duradium, you get 4 out of it, nickel gives you 2, and adamant gives you 3. Interesting. So now, I think what I can do to automate this is, if you grab this stuff, I need a couple more fluxite. Fluxite. A redstone signal will pass through here. So if you have a torch here, you put in uranium dust. Now what I need is this is always going to be on. Oh, but the redstone, will redstone break right here? It might break if it's right there. I was thinking to automate this because I already have a redstone signal coming out. I could have, oh, there's a very easy way to do this. It's called just move it around. Move this one here. Move that over there. And I forgot about that. You go here. Wrong spot. You go here. That goes there. Particle accelerator comes right here. And this is the wrong spot again. Nice. That goes here. Particle accelerator comes right here. Now replace the redstone. And I think you have to swap this guy's position to face the other way. Like that. Okay, now if we put a redstone torch, this is always on. like so. So if we have another dropper, like this, and you put in your fluxite, it does nothing. But if I break the torch, and then put this, it sends one inside, and it still does nothing. But then once this gets up to speed, this comparator will send the signal into the dropper, dropping the uranium, turning off this torch, creating plutonium dust. This will then turn back on, powering the dropper, and starting the reaction all over again. At least in theory. So if we let this run, this should be a kind of automatic setup. As long as it has fluxite and uranium dust, it should just be able to run forever until it runs out. So we're going to approach 2600 meters per second, and then it should work. 18, 19, 2000, and it works. Perfect. Plutonium dust. So let's grab some more uranium dust. Uranium. Grab some more fluxite. You go in here. You go in there. And we should be good to go. So now we have 2 plutonium dust. So let's leave this place. You know, not all the chunks in there are loaded, so I wonder if it's going to break. That's a problem for later. So if we come over here and then click plutonium dust assembler, click this one, put it into the assembler. Foundry assembler, put that in there, deposit this, we should be able to make our plutonium pellets. And it works. Plutonium. Oh, I gotta turn it into pellets. There we go. Small plutonium pellets. Quest completed. And now we're going to move on to neutronium. Once you have the plutonium pellets, you can craft the neutron collector. This machine will generate a neutron pile about every 6 minutes. It's worth making a few of these unless you want to wait a while. And to make this, you need that strange matter we've been collecting, Fortron, 250 temperature, 12 million Fe at 50,000 Fe per tick, a reactor neutron reflector, 2 crystal matrix ingots, 4 advanced machine cores, 16 flux cores, and 3 small plutonium pellets. So let me put that in there. And I think that's the last thing we'll do this episode, because it did say it's every 6 minutes, so I'll have to have some time to build up a little bit of a backlog of material. Now, this is pretty full. Is there anything I can take out? There's not much I could take out, actually. Oh, I could take out this thing and the hydroponic. Oh, that's why I needed the iron hoe, was for the hydroponic sensor. That's what it was for. And these guys. Okay, that should be everything. So now we're done with particle accelerators. So if we come in here, neutron collector, we need to be able to make a reactor neutron reactor, a flux core, and advanced machine cores. Advanced machine core is all of this stuff. We should have a bunch of enderic compound, right? Enderic. Yeah, 22,000, so we're good there. Flux core, we can make... We don't know how to make flux dust. That's just skystone and redstone. Do we have skystone? Yes, I have a skystone chicken. And then the reactor thingamabob will take a reactor wall, which is taking a lot of stuff. Oh, but we can make it with this. Steel. Okay, we can make it in the machine. Duradium, and we're good to go there. So these are processing patterns. These ones are not. So these go into the shapeless crafting. These two... What was flux dust? That's a world engine craft. So we need to put you into the world engine, and this one into the assembler. Where's the assembler? Oh, it's right here. This is the assembler. So now if I tell it to make a neutron collider in the shapeless crafting, and we type neutron, we need stone. Nice. Stone. Oh, I should probably, I know what I can do to make stone easier. I could just upgrade the pattern provider I have on the furnace factory to the mega version. That way I can have double the inputs on it. Okay, that goes in here. So now if I try to make the neutron, that's not how you spell it, neutron collector. Did I not actually do it? Neutron collector. Add this one to the shapeless crafting. Huh? Why do I have two of these? Neutron, this. There we go. I made two of the same thing on accident. Whoops. You go in here. Into the shapeless. You go up here. Into the world engine. And now, if I want to make a neutron collector, I need blaze powder. How do I... What? Oh, I think I removed the blaze powder one. Blaze powder, that's not it. Blaze powder, come over here to the crusher. Crusher, blaze powder. Go down here. Was the crusher full? Was that why? Crusher. Oh, it was full. Okay, there's a simple solution for this. Come over here. Pattern provider. Hit U. We're going to make the... Is it the advanced one I want? Yes. Make the advanced pattern provider. Take this guy out. Put you in. Wait, what? Huh? I thought it was the advanced one I want. Advanced pattern provider. ME advanced pattern provider. Why is there so less? Huh? Oh no, I wanted not this, you, advanced. Wait, huh? Yeah, I want the extended version. That's it. This guy, you here. Click you on this. I want the extended version. Oh, but that takes the crystal assembler. Wait, I could just make this. Wait, do I have a crystal assembler? Wait, I'm wasting my time. I don't need that many slots, actually. Come in here, click U. I just need to make the mega one. Accumulation processor. Wait, why can't I make the accumulation processor? Oh, there we go. Craft that, put that in here. Mega pattern provider. Click that in there, and put in all of this stuff. There we go. And now, if I want to make a neutron, spelled it wrong again, neutron collector, we could just craft it. Let's see, it does take a bucket of strange matter, which we don't have a lot of. That one's hard to get. So we come over here. How much do we have? 84 buckets. So we could do this craft 84 times, technically. Eat some ham on a stick. take a look at the craft go. It's making adamant ingots. It's going to make the reactor neutron reflector, and then we should be good to go. Then how much will we need of this? And while we wait for that, I want to check on the reactor, the particle collider. I wonder if it's still working. Plutonium. Interesting. So there's 5 in here. Interesting. Oh, I see. So I need a hopper over here. Hopper. Put you there. Because I think, yeah, there's that in there. Whoops. Grab you. That back in there. 58. How much is in here? 54. I need to stop this. The faster one's going to hit the slower one. Yep, there we go. We have 58. We have 53. I need to put 5 more fluxites in here. Take one out. So the issue was the uranium was sitting on the bottom and it wouldn't put in the new one. So now if I put this in here, that should fix it, and then the uranium will just collect in the hopper. So now we also have our collector, NEU, neutron collector. It's on hook time. What does that mean? Oh, and use the chunculator to on hook. I don't know what that means. This item can be used as a metal, adds armor toughness ++ flat. I guess we can put it in here, because this room is chunk loaded. Like right there. Neutron collector. And that's literally it. You just have to wait for this to process. So I want to double check that our particle collider is working as I designed. There's always a tiny edge case you didn't account for. Okay, it's speeding up. 49, 53, 57, 65. I should also chunk load the rest of this room, I think. That's chunk loaded. This is chunk loaded. Okay, no, the whole thing's chunk loaded. Okay, we're building up speed. Oh, I forgot. That's why it's going so slow. Because that was broken. Yeah, there we go. So you can actually do it with less linear motors. It's just a lot slower. I was wondering why it was accelerating so slow. Okay, we're breaking 1,000. Okay, we're almost at speed, and it should go in here. And it didn't work. Huh. That's weird. It worked before. Why is it not working now? 56, 57. That's odd. I mean, you all saw it working a second ago, so that's weird. I guess I'll just try to debug this to make it work better, because it should. That goes in here, flicks the dropper puts it out. Yeah, see, it's working. Oh, maybe because it was too slow before, because the acceleration was slightly different. No, that doesn't sound right either. Let's see. Okay, we're building up speed. 900, 1000, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 3 seconds to collision right now. Okay, there we go. Now it seems to be working. Huh, not sure what the bug was. But now we have to wait on neutron. Neutronium ingots. Neutronium. What do we need this for? For the world engine. A variety of oh, we're going to combine, so you can slam neutronium into antimatter to make stable antimatter. Antimatter is going to come from the chemical crystallizer, so I think that's next probably. Let me see. Neutron activator, antimatter. Oh, I see, because we didn't have sunlight to convert the nuclear waste. Interesting. Cool. So, we're producing neutron. We're producing plutonium automatically. We've made quite a lot of progress. But, as always, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.